Hi, I'm Kevin,
And I'm Amanda.
and we are serving up
All that jam.
All That Jam, Quick Hit. Sugar Nova Origin Story.
Fantastic. So why don't you give me the
Doing
nickel
good.
tour there and tell me how you guys got your start?
We had met. We went to the same college, but at different times. So we had some mutual friends, and eventually, along the way, we met. Back, I forget what year, but Lotus was doing an album that featured a lot of guest singers on tracks, and we did one track with Rachel, and then Rachel sang on a track I did for my solo project, Luke the Knife, and I had always had it in the back of my mind to do a project that was more just strictly pop vocal oriented, vocal forward. And Rachel was on the same page. So the pandemic kind of opened up an opportunity for us to jump in and do some songwriting and see if we could get something going. That's kind of how Sugar Nova was born.
There you go. So you never road tested anything before. Did you release the album, and had you played live before you released the album or recorded it?
No, we
No,
hadn't.
we did it the other way around. We worked on the album first, and we released it about a week before our first live show together.
Now, is this different than the way you guys have worked with other projects before?
I mean, Lotus started as a college band, so we were playing live from the beginning. Luke the Knife is a DJ project, so that was kind of a little bit different. Just I was DJing out a lot. I didn't really get a chance to put out an album with that until the pandemic came around. So yeah, this is a little bit different.
Yeah, for me, it's a complete 180. I don't think I've ever done a recording project before. Yeah, you said road testing, and that's I generally try out songs on live audiences and kind of refine them from there, which yeah has its pros and cons for sure. I feel like what we do live has been road tested the other direction. So we feel like what we're putting out live, we feel is pretty polished, and we have a really good idea of what we're trying to do with it at that point. But for me, that was definitely a 180.
Nice. Yeah. So if no people haven't heard it, it has a bunch of genres like indie dance, electropop, dream pop, chill wave. You mix this all into a cohesive whole. How do you do that while staying true to the each individual element?
I mean, I kind of think on this first album, we were kind of searching around for what our sound was going to be, so we kind of wanted to keep it a little bit of a wide net in the beginning. But I think the through elements are just our individual strengths and weaknesses that kind of like show up in the different elements. Like Rachel has a lot of experience with kind of like soul and rock, and then for me, kind of like trying to there's not a ton of like quote unquote jam band stuff on this album, but bringing in some of the disco and some of the more different genres, but we didn't want to do just like straight like genre stuff like, oh, this is our reggae song, this is our funk song or whatever. We kind of wanted to make it our own thing. For me, it was like the top line was like having kind of this poppy, catchy element, and then kind of being able to work within that framework.
Yeah, and for me as a music fan, I mean, I my favorite albums are from artists who can really showcase that they are intimate with across a couple of different genres, especially subgenres.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and just I think that's artistically exciting as a listener to hear what one artist what different edges different artists can find. Um, and so for me, that's important almost not to get pigeonholed too tightly.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Luke and I both have a lot of different musical influences, um, and all of those influences kind of find their way into what we're
Right.
doing.
into it. So Luke is a producer, multi-instrumentalist. You're a singer-songwriter. How do you navigate the collaborative process? Are there any challenges or advantages to this dynamic?
I think we're still figuring it out. I mean, we're only one album into writing together, but we've already tried a couple of different approaches, and from my perspective, they all kind of work. Something that might have slipped under the radar for a few people is that Luke actually wrote lyrics for a couple of the songs on our record. So he's a very talented lyricist, and we've had songs that have come together where the instrumental was mostly there, and then I kind of did more of a top line. We've had one or two where I sort of brought a real basic framework. I mean, I'm not nearly the instrumentalist that Luke is, so I can bring him like something very foundational that then he can really bring to life. So I think we've tried a few, and at times we're working really collaboratively on a melody or a lyric line together, like workshopping it live together. So yeah, do you have anything you want to add to that, Luke?
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking care of the production, but like Rachel said, we're working together on getting those melodies, and she wrote a lot of the lyrics. I wrote a few of them, and yeah, we're both just contributing to try to make the song as best as we can.
Now, how are we translating this to the live show?
So the live setup is Rachel singing and doing live effects, and I'm DJing, playing guitar, playing electronic drums, playing a little bit of keyboard. So it's kind of a little bit like a hybrid of a DJ singer with some live elements.
You have 8 arms.
Well, I don't do them all at once, but yeah, I kind of go between them.
So the set list is going to change night to night.
Yeah, we've been mixing it up a little bit.
Right now, we're still a really new project in our catalog. It doesn't go too deep yet, but as we start adding new tracks into there, but even with what we have, it's been different from night to night. Yeah, and it's been really cool for me to see how the energy shifts. It's like you're telling a different story when it's flowing in a different way.
Sure, yeah, it's choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
Do you have certain songs that you view as openers, closers?
Yeah, for sure. I kind of like to get in the groove right away in the beginning, so I have something that comes out a little on the dancier side, and then obviously want to finish on the high energy, and then so it's kind of knowing when to put those like more chill moments, how to get into those, and for this tour that we're on with Future Joy, the end of the set has been a collaborative. So we bring on Emily to sing with Rachel, and then Zach comes out to play saxophone. So it's kind of a building, kind of like the Talking Heads, Stop Making Sense kind of thing, where it keeps adding members to the performance.
Right. Now, do you do any covers, or is it all original?
Yeah, we got a bunch of covers. We have one cover released on Spotify, "Somebody to Love," and that's a real high point of the show.
Yeah, we do like a deep house version of Jefferson Airplane. It's cool. It's really cool.
Nice.
And we also have that My Morning Jacket cover.
Yeah, from the Halogen record, we have the My Morning Jacket cover. That's another highlight of the show.
So if somebody wants to catch you tonight, I believe, are starting a tour?
Yeah, we are in Asheville on Thursday, the 14th. And then we're going down to Jacksonville on the 15th. And then we're in Charleston on Sunday, Raleigh on Monday, and Charlotte on Tuesday. So a little southeast jaunt.
Yeah, we're doing the whole run with Future Joy, who's a duo out of Florida that's they're both DJs, and then Emily sings and does a little bit of keys, and Zach does live sax as well. And they've got an extensive DJ setup, so it's like really complementary. We've got different sounds, but really complementary vibe.
Very nice. All right. So make sure you get out there and check that out.
If you are enjoying All That Jam, please like and subscribe to our social media channels at All That Jam Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our website, allthatjampod.com. Make sure to sign up for our email list and tune in every week for new episodes.
Also, look for full interviews on our YouTube channel. And remember, stay beautiful, but don't stay underground too long.